Hello everyone, and welcome to the final De-Interlining Chronicles video. In this video, we're going to be changing things up a bit and talk about one of my least favorite de-interlining plans and something that I feel like is completely unnecessary for the system. Before we get into this video, I would like to shout out the members of my Discord server, even though I'm critiquing one of the plans in this video. They've helped out a lot, especially TMC. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. This de-interlining plan involves the IRT, and no, it isn't Rogers Junction. The plan for Rogers Junction is one I actually approve of. The plan I'm going to be talking about today is set in the Bronx, near the 149th Street Grand Concourse station. Trains are commonly delayed there, with 5 trains being held while 2 trains cross onto the White Plains Road line and while 4 trains enter 138th Street on the Jerome Avenue line. Now, the plan I've most commonly seen for this is rather wild, and involves constructing a new tunnel connecting the Lenox Avenue line to the White Plains Road line. This new tunnel would be located near the Lenox Yard. With this, the 148th Street station would be abandoned. To replace it in some capacity, the 145th Street station would have its platforms extended north, and new exits would be opened on 147th Street near the Mother Clara Hell bus depot. With this, the 142nd Street tunnel the 2 train currently uses to get to the Bronx would be abandoned and would be rerouted via this new tunnel along with the 3 line. This new tunnel would connect to a reconfigured 149th Street Grand Concourse station. With 2 platforms and 4 tracks, passengers would gain the ability to just simply walk across the platform to get to the 4 train. The 3 would run along the White Plains Road line until Nereid Avenue. With this, the Dyer Avenue line would be completely abandoned. Just kidding. If the plans were that outrageous, they wouldn't have been featured in a video, and we would have just ended with talking about the Montague connection. Montague? I don't know. Of course, with the 3 running to Dyer, there would be no reason to keep the 5 line, and it would be completely eliminated. Now, I have a couple of issues with this. One, from what I've seen, those who live on the Dyer Avenue line prefer Lexington Avenue service. This wasn't true in the past though, with census data from 2019 showing that areas near the 7th Avenue line were preferred by riders. This, however, has recently changed, possibly due to the global pandemic. From what I've observed on the Dyer Avenue line and many stations along the White Plains Road line, many stay on the 5 train into Manhattan, and Lexington Avenue service is preferred. Now, this leads into the next issue. You're now forcing riders along the entire length of the White Plains Road line to make a transfer to the 4 train at 149th Street to get to the east side. This would most certainly bring severe overcrowding to this station and the various lines running through it. The Lexington Avenue line has the most ridership out of any other subway line in the Western Hemisphere. It is not something we should mess with too much in my opinion, and the removal of the 5 line, along with forcing many riders to transfer at Grand Concourse, might just be disastrous. Now, it would solve some issues, such as the delays caused by 2 and 4 trains merging in front of 5s, but in this case, I feel like the negatives outweigh the positives. Now, even though I'm not a big fan of this de-interlining plan, I do think something needs to be done to reduce the number of delays caused at the Mott interlocking. My solution to this issue sees the curve between the Jerome and White Plains Road lines being smoothened out to allow for 5 trains to take it at higher speeds. For those who don't know, the speed limit on the curve is 10 miles per hour. As a result of the curve being smoothened, the 5 would have to skip Grand Concourse and would join the White Plains Road line east of the station. While currently 2 trains get priority over the 5, it would be switched, with 5 trains getting priority over the 2. Now, with good scheduling, you would practically never notice that one or the other gets priority. My plan would be to have a 2 train pulling into the Grand Concourse station just as a 5 train is entering the 3rd Avenue station. By the time the 2 is departing Grand Concourse, the 5 would also be leaving 3rd Avenue, and that one-stop spacing would be maintained throughout the line. My solution, while it doesn't prevent delays in its entirety, does lessen the impact on regular daily riders and prevents the removal of Lexington Avenue service on the White Plains Road line. Now, my proposal for adding or improving infrastructure can be put in play in many different parts of the system, without the need for de-interlining. It isn't just exclusive to Mott interlocking. I think full de-interlining is unnecessary. It would greatly impact many who ride the system daily, and I feel like we might just have to sacrifice capacity in certain places. I know I've talked about the benefits of de-interlining throughout some of my past videos, but I am not the type of person to completely de-interline the system. My ideal de-interlining map doesn't even incorporate some of the things I've talked about in my videos. Take a look. What I've done is I sent the N and Q trains via Brighton. It seems like the preference on the line leans towards Broadway, so let's give the people what they want. The N would run Brighton Local from 96th Street to Coney Island, and the Q would run Brighton Express from 96th Street to Brighton Beach. Service along Sea Beach would be replaced by the B line, and of course with that, would run all day. The B and C would switch northern terminals and return to their 80 and 90 service pattern, with the C running into the Bronx. The W would replace the R on the Queens Boulevard line and run to Jamaica 179th Street, full local. The R would run along the Astoria line, of course. The M would run to 179th Street with the W, again local, and it would run via 63rd Street, switching tunnels with the F. The F would now run with the E via 53rd Street. It would also run Queens Boulevard Express with the E line. And for the IRT, I made a simple change to help with the delays caused at Rogers Junction, with the 2 and 3 running to Flatbush Avenue, the 4 to New Lots, and the 5 to Crown Heights. Of course, to fully put this plan in play, we would need to reconfigure the junction a bit, but whatever. And with that, we are done with the De-Interlining Chronicles series. You can all let out a sigh of relief and enjoy the ending of me removing your precious one-seat rides. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video and you would like to get more from Mystic Transit, like, subscribe, and consider becoming a channel member.